Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I've got a little tub here full of half-cut nodules. I'm gonna go get these out on the polishing unit and get them polished up. Let's go through these real quick, take a look at what we're dealing with. Let's set these down. Alright, first up I've got this little tiny nodule pair. It's got the chipped edge, so I'm going to put a rounded dome on that to correct it. But it's got the perfect pattern on both of these. So I'll get that done. Let's get that wet, see what it looks like. Alright. Yeah, it's going to be a really nice pair of stones. Cool. Next up. Alright, so this is the football one from the other day. Again, it's got some chips. So I'll do a little dome on this pair and clean that up. Let's see what these look like wet. Alright, I think that'll be really nice looking. As somebody pointed out, it's the yin and yang of each other in the centers. It's odd that it's the same stone and they're completely different on both sides. Alright, cool. What else we got in this other pair? This was from a recent video as well. So this was a banded agate, banded with quartz agate, but banded on the inside. I don't see any fractures in this either. It's so wet. Alright, another nice one. I don't think the rest of these are pairs or singles, so this is a heel that's left from a stone that I pretty much cabbed the rest of this material, I believe, in the past. It's got slight color to it, like maybe lavender. Let's get it wet. All right. Again, look at the panning in this one. It's going to make a pretty specimen. Alright. This is one from a recent video. Let's look at it dry first. Nice banding. Let's get it wet. Alright, I think that'll polish up really nice as well. And this is a really dark Arizona agate. Looks like I've got a little fracture right here. Let's get this one wet. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a really cool looking one with this dark color in the contrasting center. Same with this one. I believe this was in a video a while back. Either the other half of this is still up for sale in my Etsy shop, or I sold this one. I don't remember the other half. So I'm going to polish this half today. It's got beautiful color and pattern in it. It's got a couple of little tiny fractures, but they're barely noticeable. Hopefully they'll be less noticeable when polished. But this one's got that really neat quartz on the outside instead of the inside, which is odd. Alright, another one that I cut a long time ago. I don't know what I did with the other half. Might still have it, I don't know. Looks like it's got a little fracture on this tail end. But great color and pattern. That's gonna be really cool looking. That's a decent sized little nodule. Alright, now the rest of these, like this one, this is a Mexican half nodule. It does have a couple of fractures. That one's a saw mark. These are fractures. But nice color and a nice druzy pocket. And I'll soak this in something and see if I can clean that out. I don't know if it'll come out or not. But I think that'll make a neat looking specimen. And then this one. Alright, this is a LSA, or Lake Superior Agate. It's got the typical red banding in it, and then it's got some tubes or eyes on the bottom. And this is a really dark one, not a lot of contrast, but there is some white bands in there. I do see a couple of, like 3 different fractures on the surface. I don't think those are going to polish out. They look pretty deep. But still wanted to polish something different, and this was pretty cool looking. That's the window on the back. So yeah, let's get this thing wet real quick. Maybe this will pop a little more once polished, but yeah, it's really cool looking on that edge. Alright, last but not least, this is a agate from Australia, Queensland, Australia. It's what they call Agate Creek agate. It's got the typical kind of pastel colors in it. It does have a fracture, unfortunately, but a lot of this material from there does. I think it's gonna make a really cool looking specimen though, even with the fracture in it. So cool. The chromatography in this and the colors. Alright, let me get these all out to the polishing machine. We'll get these polished, and I'll be right back with the results. Alright, back from the polishing. Let's take a look at these. I'm going to set this down and we'll walk through them. I'm going to start with this one, which is going to need to be repolished. It's oops, got a little mark. It's got a couple of faint scratches that show up. You can see them right there, those little white scratches. So I'm going to have to go back and get those scratches out. And those are pretty deep. So this is going to be almost a complete repolish. But you can see what it's going to look like. It's gorgeous. It does have some fractures in it. But that is a really nice lacquer. The colors, the tubes, the white bands with mixed in with the red. But yeah, we'll get those scratches cleaned up before I put this one up for sale. So, same with this one. This is an Arizona banded agate, but I believe there was a couple of scratches on this one. Not completely scratched like the lacquer was, but you can see a couple of white scratch it. There you go. You can see them right there near the center, just to the left of the white area. But yeah, I'll have to hit that back and do a repolish on this as well, on the surface. But yeah, I definitely want to get those out. But yeah, it's going to be a gorgeous stone. All right, let's go through the rest of these. So this one, got a little bit of dust on some of these. Should have wiped the dust off before I did the video, but I didn't. I forgot. But this is a Queensland agate from Australia, an area called Agate Creek. It's got those pastel colors. That's very cool. All right, and we got this Mexican banded agate. It's got the gorgeous druzy center. It does have a couple of fractures in it, 2 or 3 of them actually. But they don't take away from this too much. I'll adjust the price on this one for sure. But yeah, it's beautiful. Came out really nice. Alright, and we got this big Arizona stone. Came out really good. It's got some cool patterns in it. Some of these stones I've already done shorts on. So you may have seen them already. But yeah, we're gonna get all these put up on Etsy. If they're not already up, they'll be up soon. Another Arizona banded agate. Came out really nice. Actually, I think the rest of these are all Arizona banded agates. This one's got a lot of contrast in it. It does have a couple little fractures in it, but doesn't hurt too much. Got the complete pattern and a good polish. This one's the bit of an oddball actually. If you look, originally when I was cutting this one, I saw that quartz. It was like, but there was enough agate in there, I thought maybe there was a floater. So yeah, it's got a floater all right. The whole thing's agate with a little bit of quartz on the outside. Usually you got banded agate on the outside, quartz on the inside, and a floater in the middle. So a bit of an oddball. All right. This one was I think somebody in the shorts called it a yin yang. Basically opposites of each other in the middles. It's kind of odd that that came off the same stone. But yeah, really pretty pair. And then we got this pair. More of a long, skinny, lots of parallax in this one. Very nice. All right, and then we have this little guy. Got a real high dome on this one. There were some chips on the edge I wanted to get out. But yeah, it's got kind of a double pattern with some bots on this side. So it's pretty neat looking. Very cool. All right, and last but not least, we have this little pair. So this was a little nodule, and I got a good dome on it because it was chipped on the edge, and I wanted to make sure the chips were gone. get full pattern. But yeah, that's just beautiful. Perfect patterns in these. Love the colors and the bands. Again, like I said, I'll eventually have all these up on Etsy. I'll have a link in the description to my Etsy shop for the specimens. So if anybody's interested in any of these, please go take a look. I've got a lot of these up, probably over 100 by now. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you on the next video. Bye.